something real nasty. And there's this baby sitting next to me making a lot of noise. But that's okay, because I have a video for you. I've decided to solve all of your financial problems. All you gotta do is buy Shitty Rock. Woo! Welcome back to Strongman Personal Finance. My name is Christopher Belly. I'm a certified CPA accountant. I'm a long-term boglehead investor. I'm author of the book Stop Being a Broke Loser. It's on Amazon. And there's a baby in this bedroom. I'm on baby duty. Mom's busy. And we're going to talk about Jeremy LaFufu's newest video, where he says, and my face is probably covering it, whatever. You can trust me, okay? You trust me? Why I put $99,000 in silver. So I guess Jeremy just got his, monthly YouTube deposit where he pumps trash stocks and gets paid for it. And what does he do? He buys a shiny freaking rock. And if you don't believe me, I'm going to show you what silver is, okay? You ready for this? Let's go look. You're not going to believe it, okay? You think silver's this magic thing that goes up? This is silver. That is it. What is that? It's a rock. And guess what? It's shiny. You think that rock is going to protect your wealth? No. I don't care what Peter Schiff says. I don't care what Jeremy LaFufu says. Look on the screen. It's a rock. It's a shiny freaking rock. Okay? And the only way you're going to make money on it is if some other clown comes and buys it from you. You don't understand, strong man. So let's see what this moron has to say. And I'm going to tell you what a freaking idiot he is.
Well, howdy there, folks, and welcome into today's...
Howdy there, folks. It's totally not because I've been taking 20 cocks up my ass. No, I got a cold. Yeah.
video. So I put $100,000 into silver, and in today's video I want to tell you why I went ahead and made that move. And I understand it's definitely a different outside the box move for somebody like myself, right? I'm always very heavily stocks, to a lesser extent real estate, and to even a lesser extent crypto, and then some cash, right? And so for me to put $100,000 in silver is definitely out of the ordinary, and I want to kind of go through my...
Okay, number one, doesn't he just look like absolute crap? Imagine living a life where your entire livelihood is dependent on a stock market, which can go down, okay? If you surround your whole life and your livelihood around stocks going up all the time, and then there's a bear market, you're gonna be selling your butt, okay? And you could see it. You could see how he's depressed, he's sick, too much tattooed chef. He's having a hard time. Poor frickin' guy. I would almost feel sorry for him if I didn't hate him so much. Let's keep watching. I want to see why he bought some silver, a shiny rock.
My thesis here on why I went ahead and made this move, and I know there's going to be a lot of questions, and I want to answer all those questions. Questions are going to be, why put it in silver instead of gold? Why not put it in Bitcoin, right? Why not put it in stock? So those different questions. So I want to try to address all those in this video here today. I've kind of thought them all through, and then we'll kind of go from there. And thank you, FTX, for sponsoring today's video. As always, if you guys want to check out FTX, get up to $100 in free crypto. Check out the first link in the description. It'll also be pinned comment down there.
All right, this whole first minute of the video is just epic. Number one, Jeremy sells himself as a stock investor. He's all about stocks, and I actually agree. I think stocks are the best ticket to wealth. But it's kind of funny, don't you think, that number one, he's shilling cryptocurrency, FTX. What is this garbage? What is this trash? What is this? FTX has fees up to 85% shit. Whatever. It's freaking garbage. Crypto's trash. And the only way you make money from crypto is by convincing some other clown to buy it for you. That it goes against everything that an individual stock investor would believe in if you actually know how to value a company. And now he's buying shiny rocks. This guy is so desperate for a win. It is unfreaking believable. He's just throwing darts at a dartboard. He doesn't know what he's doing. And it's sad. Yeah, that's right. He's collapsing, and it is fun to watch.
So where I want to start today's video is around emergency fund. Okay, so Everybody should always have an emergency fund. I don't care what your net worth is. I don't care if you've got a net worth of $1,000 or a net worth of, $1 billion. You need like an emergency fund, right? This is something I've been doing since I was like 18, 19 years old. Where
my emergency fund's in Tesla.
Essentially, this is money that is like last resort money. Like this is last resort money. Like you were in a real pickle, you were in a real jam, and you need that money somehow, right? And so I've always done this. And as my wealth grew over the last 14 years, my emergency fund got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, right? Now, in terms of my emergency fund, I've had to tap into that, I would say probably like 3 different times throughout the last...
The funny thing is, he's probably seriously considering tapping into it now, because he's lost so much money on every front of his life. His YouTube revenue's probably going down. His freaking course revenue's going down. He's not making any money on freaking stocks. This guy is collapsing. Look at this picture. Just look at that. Look at his face. This is so sad. What do you think about your daddy buys index funds. He never stresses.
Last 14 years. One time I remember specifically having to tap into my emergency fund was when I was starting my real estate marketing company, and I had no income at that time, and it was a struggle, and I had to spend a bunch of money on equipment, and I had to tap into the emergency fund. And so something you should rarely ever touch, but every once in a while you're going to get yourself into a jam. It happens to everybody. I don't care how financially fit you are. It's going to happen to everybody. You get yourself into a jam once in a while, and you got to tap into your emergency fund, right? Now, in terms of an emergency fund, I've always kept it 100% cash, right? Like money I could get to very easily, right? But obviously what I've noticed over time is, and I think it was Ray Dalio or somebody put this out there, and it was the honest truth. And if you're keeping cash, it's like a melting ice cube, right? And so if I have a certain amount of money, this is not my emergency fund, but let's just use this as a hypothetical number, right? Let's say I got $1 million as my emergency fund, which I wish my emergency fund was that big. But let's say it was $1 million, right? Well, that $1 million is obviously over a decade, 2 decades, 3 decades becomes worth much less, right? What you can buy with that $1 million.
Look, guys, number one, having an emergency fund is a sacrifice. Yeah, that's right. You need to have an emergency fund in cash or a cash equivalent, like very short-term bonds, because the whole purpose of it is to protect you in a financial emergency. You lose your job, the economy collapses, all your stocks are down. The last thing you want to put your emergency fund is something volatile, like freaking silver, a shiny rock. No, yes, you're going to lose money to inflation. I have an emergency fund. It's all in cash. And it's there if my HVAC goes out, if I need to fix my roof, whatever. But I can tell you what, I'm not going to put my money into freaking silver, because the one time I'm going to need it is the time that silver is going to freaking crash. This is the dumbest crap I've ever freaking heard. So not only is he telling you to buy trash stocks, now I want you to put your emergency fund into a shiny rock. Jesus freaking Christ. Now let's go forward a little bit. I want you to see something really, really, really funny. Right here.
Sort of situation, right? The next question is, why not Bitcoin?
Don't like surprises? Proactive notifications from Fidelity keep you tuned in all day.
And sometimes late at night, I just sit up thinking, and I think about...
So here he is, he's like getting into his advertisement. I thought it was the most awkward transition I've ever freaking seen.
Money and gold, but at an 80 plus, I really can't do it. I got to go silver in that sort of situation, right? The next question is, why not Bitcoin?
And sometimes late at night,
I don't know. I thought that was a weird transition. So let's go forward a little bit more and see what he's buying to get access to silver. Quiet, boy. Daddy's making a video.
This type of time period, gold and silver did absolutely tremendous, right? Now, next question I might get is, I put the 100K in SLV, and there's a big debate inside the silver community on SLV versus PSLV. So the reason I went with SLV instead of PSLV, and I know there's a lot of like conspiracy theories and maybe some truth, some false, whatever, okay, about price manipulation in the silver market and those sorts of things. Fair play, okay? And I can make, there's also manipulation in the stock market, there's manipulation in crypto, there's manipulation in everything. Even in real estate, there's manipulation. Like, you have to deal with
the manipulation. Oh my god. So he put his money in the iShares Silver Trust. Let's go check it out. I'm not even gonna look at the price. I just want you to see one thing, okay? Expense ratio, 0.5. 0.5. Now, in context, ARK, which is a actively managed ETF, charges 0.75, and it has dozens of stocks in it. VT is now 0.07, so roughly 6 times cheaper than this, okay? A lot of other index ETFs have 0.03, VTI, 0.03. This freaking loser is paying 0.5% per year to buy a shiny rock. What is this? This is the dumbest thing I have ever freaking seen in my entire life. Number one, the moron buys trash stocks. Now he's telling you to put your emergency fund into a volatile commodity. And he's basically telling you to buy an ETF that buys a shiny rock and charges you 0.5. This is literally in a freaking warehouse somewhere. It's in nice, cute little bars. Oh my god, it's a bar. That's sitting in a warehouse right now. And you're paying 0.5% per year when you could get something 5-10 times cheaper and actually own real companies. This is ridiculous. This is trash. Jeremy, you're a freaking loser, okay? And you're so desperate that you have to do this. And I honestly think he's leading up into promoting some kind of silver, advertiser. I really think this is building into that. I don't know if it's in this video, but I would watch him over the next couple weeks and see if he actually starts talking about silver more and more and more, because he might start pushing something on that. So that's it. I need to put this little turd to bed. Apologize, but it's been a long day. Talk to you later. Cheers!